sun peeks over the horizon. Your excitement builds. The animals in the field start to stir. The forest comes alive with sounds. The sunlight glimmers off the lake, and the mountains start to shed their morning fog. So load up your favorite ammo, grab a few buddies, and head out to make some memories. And tell the rest of the world that you've gone hunting. Gone hunting is a 1 to 4 player game of family fun where you build a unique hunting ground, scout different animals, buy weapons and gear, and roll dice to hunt. Complete objectives and try not to miss. So let's load up the truck and back gone hunting today. See you in the field. All right, there we go.
No, I absolutely love that new opening. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm absolutely in love with that. So today we have special guest Stephen G, actually from TikTok.
Hello, everyone.
Steve, I don't know if you know this, but with this board game coming out, Chris is working real hard on how we promote it. And Chris actually built that whole thing, that whole opening. Pictures, videos. I thought he did a tremendous job. I absolutely love it. My God, that's our new opening for our thing, and I love it. So what we're going to do, Stephen, before we get you really here involved, you're going to have to pick a winner. We're going to go through some photos that were submitted. We don't have a whole lot, but we're going to go through maybe 10 of them that we had, 9 or 10, and then we're going to show you at the end 2 ties. And because you're tonight's guest, there was 2 tiebreakers. You're going to be the tiebreaker. You got to pick which one you want as a cover photo on our Facebook page.
All right.
Okay.
Sounds good.
All right. Oh, you got to tell me which ones were the ties too. Well, you'll tell us all at the end, right?
Yep, I'll let you know which ones were the tie.
All right. Cool. We're dear homies. All right. Yeah, I like it on the side this way. So we have this one here with the big Ferris wheel. I don't know where this is, but it looks familiar, like Jersey. Like I think I've been here, kind of a thing.
Yeah, it looks like a pier. It looks like a pier out in Jersey. So, Stephen, before we go any farther, I know you weren't on our Facebook page. By the way, join it, check it out, hit a like. But so what we do is every week we hold a cover photo contest, and whoever wins, we use that photo on the back of our Facebook page. And this week's title was Family Outdoors. So what we do is you're gonna have to pick a title for us for next week. Every time we have a special guest on, we allow the special guest to pick the title.
All right.
So remember, Family Outdoors.
All right. Now what's this one here? Do you know?
I don't.
I thought maybe they would have gave a description.
Nope, they're submitted, and I just turn them. I turn over the better ones, the ones that get the most reactions to, and the most. This one I actually got a comment with that said this was his daughter when she was 10. I'm sorry, not 10.
She looks 5. I was going to say.
Yeah, she was like 6 or something like that. It was.
Yeah,
it was her very first trout.
There was one, and it said why dads don't take their kids hunting or fishing, and it was the baby had a sunny in its mouth, and then the dad.
I seen it. That was on Facebook.
Yeah, I was rolling.
Yeah, I had the dad and the daughter with the sunny hanging out their mouth. That was phenomenal.
Yeah.
So this was actually one of the tiebreaker pictures. This one here is one you're gonna have to. Okay, so this one here had. Again, there was a tie. So this one had the most hearts.
I wonder where that is.
It's an awesome photo, though.
Mm-hmm.
That looks like Niagara Falls.
Don't you want to just jump off? Like just.
I don't know about that.
What do you think, Steve? You take a barrel down that or something? You think?
I was going to say, how long you been married?
Oh, 6 years now.
Oh, yeah, it's not long enough. Sooner or later, you'll want to go off.
You'll want to jump.
I think I lost internet connection on our TikTok, just so you know.
Did you?
I think so. I'll have one of my kids look at it while we're talking. See if you guys can figure that out.
Yeah. They gotta be
This
good.
here was another tie, Chris.
Okay.
This was the other.
Yep. He's also in the Slaughterville comic.
He is?
Whooper. Yeah. Yeah.
Is he really?
Oh yeah. Swear to God, I wouldn't lie to you.
What's he, a midget?
No. He almost reaches to the top of the fender of the truck, though.
He's actually related to us, Steven. He submitted a photo.
Yeah.
He's actually our youngest cousin.
Yeah. Remind me. I'll show it to you then.
All right.
There's the ocean. Which again, look. I know people like the ocean. I like deep sea fishing. It's the only kind of fishing I really like. But yeah. Why would you go somewhere where you like in here can hide 16 sharks, bite you right in the nads? Anyway, this I'd like to do one day.
This kayaking is I've never done it, but it looks like a ton of fun. Steve, have you ever kayaked?
That's like 25% of my fishing.
Nice.
Get the dog out of here, please. Get the dog over there. She's knocking my camera over.
That one's almost as old as Ben. And you know what this one is?
That one was sent to me. And I believe his comment he sent with the photo. See, I like when they send comments with the photos because we had to kind of tell a story. And I believe that was his oldest late son.
Okay.
And they just went bass fishing one day. And just so you know, I think I know who this guy is. I'm not sure.
Mm-hmm.
If I do, he has a lot less hair now. But I'm not sure. I think I know who it is, but it's one of them where until you really see him, you know what I mean? And the name rang a bell, and I was like, oh, I might know him. But I'll be honest with you, names are everybody got the same name anymore, unless you're Ezekiel, and that name ain't the same.
All right, so you have a choice between this one, and this one.
That one.
And I already know I'm gonna have to choose that one there. I'm a sucker for scenery like that.
Well, there you go. So that's tonight's winner.
That'll fit nice in the banner too, just the clip there.
Yep, that's awesome. So that's tonight's winner. I'll get that posted on the Facebook page when we're done here. That photo was submitted by Steven Hensel. So later, Pop. So Steve, I don't know if you see this, but the one thing I love about these is while we're running, we got guys that are watching, comment the whole time down below. You see, everybody's a smartass.
Yeah.
So Bill actually, who just commented, is part of Big Sexy Outdoors. We just had a big meeting, and we took on some new members. I'm super excited. Chris, you don't have to have that photo I sent you, do you? I am super excited.
I'll find it while you're doing the talk. But,
okay. Super excited to show this picture of our all the guys that want to be part of our membership here and join in on what we're doing. So I'm going to show that photo at some point. But Steven, tell everybody a little bit about yourself.
Yeah.
Well, I apparently have lost a piece to my rig, but not sure where that went. But I actually am a Cerakote applicator. I pretty much fancy paint things for a living, mostly firearms related, but we do it on pretty much anything plastic or metal. I actually just did some wood and fiberglass furniture for a customer's little Tommy gun replica last week. But the last few months, work-wise, has been super slow due to unforeseen circumstances. So I kind of dove headfirst into this social media thing and trying to make it take off. So down the road, I'd like it to be a passive source of income.
Mm-hmm.
That way I always have something to fall back on. But other than that, I'm father of three of my own. I have my stepdaughter who comes with us half the week, and the other half of the week she's with her father. And my wife works full time. She just took a week off just so we could have some alone time at home because she literally works 50 plus hours a week, and when she's at work, I'm with the kids, and then when she gets home, I got to work. So
Yeah, that's part of it, ain't it? Ain't that part of life that sucks?
other than that, I pretty much live an average life. I just try to do this stuff as much as I can now, and put out as much content as I can, and hoping that it takes off.
So we of course, I watched your stuff. That's why I reached out to you. I was watching your stuff, and you do a lot of giveaways. You got a giveaway going on right now?
Yeah, I just finished the Juicy J, and tomorrow I'm going to be posting the next giveaway. It's going to be some Z-Man Streak Z 3 3/4 inch little smoky shad, whatever they are, drop shot rigs. I guess people use them for drop shots. These little, where's my camera at? These little things. That's going to be the next one, and as soon as that beanie gets here, I'll throw that in between the other stuff. I got a couple more things that I was going to give out because I got a little overconfident with my initial burst of growth there on TikTok, and set a goal that was unrealistic, actually. I was doing a 5,000 follower giveaway expecting to get there in like 2 weeks, and not realistic.
You'll get there. Time will get there. The more stuff you put on, I can tell you from our own experience, the more stuff you put on, the more you do, people notice. There's little things. So like we have some videos up that have 200 views. Chris will tell you, and we have some that we laughed at for hours and people didn't even hit a button on. So, I mean, so, we do dumb shit. We like to have fun, and it's definitely people have a different thing. What I have learned in this, I love that photo, man. So this is our crew. I'd like you to meet our crew, Steve. So you have Dave on the left. Of course, you have me, Chris, Skip, Ren, and Bill, of course, is commenting, but he's not in the photo. He couldn't make the meeting. He has a tight work schedule. Yeah. Absolutely love that photo. But what I found is do-it-yourself is big. People on TikTok now. Now, do you run any other social media besides TikTok?
I just started up a Facebook group just so I could start linking things that I use, and I started doing like reviews and stuff, and TikTok's a pain with having to switch out links every time I do a new video, so I made the group page just so I could post everything there and have it all in one place. I do my YouTube too, but the YouTube algorithm is hard to figure out, and I maybe get like 4 views on each video if I'm lucky.
We've been getting better. I see Dave's comment underneath there. So our last video for 9 days ago has 570 right now.
571 now.
Oh, he's at 571. So somebody's viewing already. Yeah, we've been getting better. We're learning. We have only been doing this about 6 months, and personally, Chris, I don't know how you feel, Chris, but I feel like we've really taken off in the last 6 months.
This kind of thing is always going to be a process. It's all about not only finding what works and what people are interested in, especially for the time of year, but as Pops will testify, you got to have good titles, right, Pops?
I do notice that, like, I didn't know that the little the cover thing on TikTok, I didn't know that was a thing, and like I started seeing like bright words like on the picture before the video started, like catching my attention. I'm like, how is that a thing? And I saw the select cover photo or cover button. I'm like, oh, okay, that's where it goes. But I started using that just to kind of grab people's attention, like bright yellow words. Look here. But,
and that's it. That's the key, honestly. The key is to make your stuff grabbing. You want people to just jump out and see it. I mean, listen, we're not big in any way, right? But so we've been talking to these guys. Of course, you see the name of the jug, right?
Yeah.
So of course I reached out to them immediately, like, we want to be part of that. How do we be part of that?
Yeah.
And honestly, the team that has this, these guys are awesome. I mean, we email often. I absolutely love these dudes. Their politeness. They sent me a thank you card for the purchasing, and I didn't even buy it. They gave it to me, and they want us to shoot a video. So
I'm working on it.
we're only about 6 months in it. We were out the other night. One of the members said, "Hey, I want this to work, man. Whatever it takes." So he donated $200 towards whatever we need. Another guy donated a Spy Point trail camera. Hey, I want you to have a contest and use this. I got a guy from Australia who is coming on. He told me he will not come on until his new call's made. So we're waiting on a new call. But I'm excited to have him on. He's sending us a bunch of Predator calls to give away. And it's nice that people see us. You know what I mean? Like we're small, we're just starting, but we're already seen. And that's the key is don't give up. I'm a big believer in never give up.
Like with my work stuff, my boss pretty much put me in charge of like creating new designs and stuff like that. Because our main customer is Cam4, which is pretty much the state's biggest Glock distributor. And I started noticing a lot of my work that I do for Cam4 popping up on different Facebook pages and everything else. I'm like, it's pretty cool seeing my stuff there. But nobody knows that I'm the one that did it.
Yeah, that kind of stinks too, honestly.
Yeah, and it's still cool though. Like just seeing it and knowing that I painted that, and that's like 20 hours away in a different state now. Like somebody else has that and is enjoying it.
That's an accomplishment all by itself. I know me when I see we shipped out stuff. We shipped out Big Sexy Outdoors apparel to Texas, and man, I was ecstatic. I called Chris right away. I'm like, yo, guess what? That's why we do it, right? I mean, isn't that why you do it? You want to see yourself succeed. You want to see people want it from all over.
Yeah.
So I feel it, man. Like if you're doing paint and you're painting getting out, that's awesome.
There's some kind of a crazy echo there.
What did that comment say, Chris? I took my glasses off.
Oh, you can't read.
How when I take my glasses off?
Big thing is the thumbnail pic. The flathead video pic is fire. And then he said the only thing tight about Bill is his work schedule.
I might have to try to find a mic for the next time I do this because that was coming from my phone.
Yeah.
Bad feed there.
Yeah.
It's all right. It happens.
We just I don't want to make it sound like we're big or anything. But we don't quit. I mean, I bet you I send out, my God, Chris, 200 messages, emails a week?
Oh, yeah.
Well, that's how I met you. Hey, what chance you want to donate? You said, I'm a little tight. I'm just starting. I said, I'll tell you what, I'll donate to you. And that's it's cool because that's the more of us guys, okay, you, me, Chris, rest of our boys, and all the others. I don't know if you guys have been watching Stubby. It's called Stubby Outdoors on TikTok. If I'd love to team up with that guy on one of these sessions as well. That's what this is about. Us guys got to stick together. The moment we stop sticking together, that's when we start losing our guns, our right to hunt, our right to fish. That's when those things start happening. And the more we help each other and we grow each other, the more we become better along with, what we stand for.
Yeah.
And, I guess I'm just big on that. I'm real big on teamwork makes the dream work, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
I've always been that guy. I've been a coach for a lot of years. And, I've always taught young kids that if you can't believe in each other and work together, it will never happen. And I'm a big believer, and I can't teach something I don't believe.
That's one thing I try to get my boys to understand. They're always fighting with each other. I'm like, at the end of the day, like, friends are one thing, but at the end of the day, your brothers and your sisters, that's all you're going to have at the end. Your family.
That's it, man.
Friends come and go.
Mm-hmm. Amen. I agree with you 110. Chris and I are family, and that's one of the reasons I think this connects. I would say Chris is one of my best friends, but on top of that, we're family, and we just connect. I mean, I don't know how to say it, but I know people enjoy watching us when we get on TikTok live together and we're back and forth. Man, people laugh. I think every time we get on, we're up over the thousands and over 50% of likes. You know, we don't get a chance to get together often. This is normally how we get together. We have our meetings this way, him and I, or we do our own little sessions that nobody sees on this. But it's a big deal. And like our board game idea, Chris, I mean, how did the board game idea come around? I mean, that thing was just as simple as you already made them.
Yeah, I've been making board games since like 2013 kind of a thing. And I just always wanted to do one. I mean, I usually do horror stuff, but I wanted to do one on hunting, right? And we just sat around and it's like, okay, what makes hunting? What would make it feel like you were actually doing it? And that, it just process of elimination and snowballed into it. But we're going to have actual full demos. I do have a favor I need to ask you then in a minute, Benny.
Yep.
I forgot. I was actually on another stream earlier and I forgot to do something. Do you mind if I do it now?
No, go ahead.
Okay, I'm getting naked. Oh, I'm not getting naked.
Oh, thank God. I thought you were getting naked.
No.
Poor Steven. Steven. I was like, no, Steve, hit the button. Hit the button. Stop it now.
No. I launched my latest comic book, right? The Slaughterville stuff. And I was on with Pops earlier. And I was supposed to pick a winner of a contest. And I forgot to do it using the Wheel of Sexy. So,
oh, my God. I'm in.
I know. So I got to jump on it now. And I told him I'd do it now. So let's see. Wheel of Names.
So here's another one for you, Steve. If you watch here, we use this all the time. Chris, tell them they love it. Guys love it.
I brought it up. It's one of the reasons why I brought it up.
We told you we try to help you with some of the stuff we do and help guide you in our sense. We're not huge, but we get a lot of reaction. And so we call it the Wheel of Sexy. I named it the Wheel of Sexy because big, sexy outdoors.
Yeah.
And what we do is we take all our photo submissions. So anybody that submits a photo for the week,
yep,
they can submit as any amount they want, but they only get their name one time on the wheel each week. And then the very first Monday of the month, we take all them nails and put them in this bucket. Can you see this screen here Chris has up?
Yeah, with the wheel and then the numbers off to the side there. Yeah.
So what I do on ours, on Big Sexy Outdoors, is we put their names over here.
Yeah.
And then their names, where these numbers are, their names go on that wheel. And then, every first Monday of the month, because they were nice enough to join in, we give something away. So, like last week, what did we give away last time, Chris?
Oh, jeez.
Oh, flies.
Flies, yeah.
Possum Creek flies. If listen, you want some good flies, check out Possum Creek flies. We had them on one of our things.
Yeah.
Guy makes some awesome stuff. He's making us some Rapala lures right now.
Yep.
They're flies that match the Rapala lure. So they match the brown trout, the rainbow trout, and the clown Rapala. They're made, ready to go. Actually, maybe we'll put them up, Chris. I'll send them to you unless you have them at some point. And we'll show
all right.
I had a brain fart. Steven, what we're doing. But yeah, let's spin this baby. Let's see what's going on.
All right. So now I put the numbers up because it's the Kickstarter backers, and I just figured I'd keep the names private and all.
Yep.
For once, I get to click the wheel. I'm not used to that.
Oh man, you should feel special right now.
Oh, believe me, I'm special, but for a whole different reason. All right, so number 8, the 8th backer, which we will get in touch with you, and we'll send you over to Pops, and they will get a signed copy of Book 1.
That's nice. I'm glad we got to be part of that.
Yeah.
Chris has his own comic book line out as well, so.
Oh yeah. Let me show you.
So we're pretty excited about that. I told him we're making Big Sexy Goes Wild. That's going to be the next one.
Yeah, we're almost halfway funded in like 2 days. The link's over there if anybody wants to grab a copy. But yeah, we're coming along pretty good on it. I can't wait to get it done.
So that's episode 2, right?
What's that?
That's episode 2.
Yeah, that's book 2. Yep.
Okay.
I feel like I saw something posted about that somewhere.
Nice.
That cover photo looked familiar. I feel like I saw it somewhere.
You just made his day. Look at him up there smiling, Steve.
Yeah, that's pretty
Look
much.
at him. Look, he's all pickled pink. Look at him. Oh, he's so
I'm gonna
cute.
punch you in the dick.
But
Yep.
you know, and that's we just a lot of like we get on here every Monday and we just have fun. We got special guests on. We BS with them. We kind of help promote whatever they're doing, and we just BS. We have some fun. We sit on here about 45 minutes an hour, depending where we're at.
Yeah.
And so do you fly fish, Steve?
No, I've never actually done fly fishing,
Man, you don't know what you're missing out on.
and it was just a couple weeks ago. I got back into the bait casters because I haven't used one of these in probably at least 3 years.
Now you were doing a demo, if I'm right. You were doing a. Oh my God, I still brain farting tonight. I apologize.
Welcome to my
You were
world.
doing a review. Yeah, there it is. I was just saying on one of your TikToks, we seen you were doing a review on a rod and reel.
That little, it was $25, and like I said in the review, the only issue that I had with it was when I had the braid on it. For some reason, it was like the braid was slipping in between the spool and the housing itself, and just get wrapped up and everything. And that was the only issue that I had. I threw that tri-line on here, and I haven't had any issues since then.
So it was only the braided.
Yeah, only with the braid. I don't know if it's maybe just because of how light it was or what, but getting sucked right in there between the spool and the housing and just causing havoc. It was not fun.
What do you have out now for people to see?
Right now I've got over the last 3 days now I've been posting videos from my trip Friday because I literally went out all day Friday for a couple hours with the kids, and then the remainder of the day was just with a couple buddies. And for the last 20 minutes of my phone's battery life, I decided just to go on TikTok live, and then I waded out into the river and started casting. And 3 minutes into the live, I caught my first ever walleye and was able to get it back to the camera. And then I caught a couple smallmouth after that and got it on camera during the live. So that was cool. That it was literally as soon as I started the live, I went out and caught a fish, and it was a new species for me. So that was a high point for me that day. But
I watched your TikTok. I seen it.
and then I posted a couple random things the giveaways, obviously, and then I modified a little Trump topwater lure that I had bought, and that I seem to have misplaced.
Now he sounds like us, Chris. He
I was
fits
gonna say,
right in.
welcome to yeah.
He
You
fits
have
right
it.
in because we live the same life, brother.
Yep. You have it right until the second you need it.
I'm a son of a gun for that.
So the little Trump topwater lure, that's how it came. But there was no action, so I made a little TikTok video modifying it, and I gave it little tails so I could get a little more action with it and try to catch something.
That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. So you do your airbrushing, right?
Huh?
You do airbrushing. I'm taking it's airbrushing you're doing.
It's actually a 2-part ceramic epoxy.
Okay.
And everything majority of the stuff that we do gets baked down in the oven, but we do have some air cure stuff for things that we can't obviously put in the ovens. But I've been doing that for a little over 2 years now, I think.
I got a challenge for you.
Huh?
You're gonna design for Chris and I and the boys some kind of big sexy outdoor something. I don't want it huge or heavy, but something cool with doing fishing or hunting that I'm gonna let you figure it out. You're gonna design it for us, and then let me know what we owe you for it.
I got. Oh, I wouldn't charge you anything for it. I got some little spare sheets of like just stainless steel at the shop. I can Cerakote that and do some laser work on it or something.
All right. Well, let us know. I'll tell you, I'm kind of I'm always looking for something cool we can share with people. I'd love to share it. I'd love to share something like that. I think that'd be really neat. I won't pull it off the wall because I just hung it. But Chris actually ordered in a big, sexy hunting sign. I hang on my wall. I'm gonna move it. I don't know if you can see. I have like a heat press and all the stuff back here. I have so much stuff back here. It's ridiculous. I got to start making room. Because what I was doing is we were making all our own shirts and sending them out. I can't keep up. I'll be honest with you. I can't keep up. So we're working on making a clothing store right now.
Yep.
People can go in and order our stuff. But once I do that, that sign will be on the wall behind me, and then everybody will get to see it. So right now, it's just like I said. There's heat press. I don't know if you can see back there. I got a $400 heat press. I have boxes underneath the table over here, boxes and boxes of shirts, and I mean it's nuts. I have all kinds of stuff to go on shirts and
Yeah.
And, I mean, it's ridiculous. Honestly, it's absolutely ridiculous. My kids help, so the only reason I really started it was something we could do together on our downtime, and then we realized we didn't have any downtime.
Yeah, once it started, there is no more downtime.
Yeah, so if we ain't shooting a video, we're definitely editing a video, and I have 2 videos right now that still aren't edited. I shot months ago, so I got to go through. And the one is a must. The other one, if I don't edit it, I wouldn't be upset about it. But it's a big deal, and that's like I said, we're shooting a commercial. I am so excited to shoot commercials for this.
Yeah,
That's a big deal. We're gonna shoot commercials for that. We got a couple we're shooting. We actually planted. We bought one of them before we knew they were sending us one. Dave did, and we planted it to see if it's how it comes up in the middle of the woods. So it's actually in the middle of the woods where there's sunlight. It says it requires 50-50 to full sun. And Dave said, I have a spot. Went up with a backhoe in the middle of the woods, cleared it out. And Dave spent a bunch of hours and I up there clearing a spot out, and we planted it. So we're hoping that has a big turnout. Now, do you do? I see a lot of yours is hunting, fishing. Do you do any hunting?
I haven't gone hunting in probably at least 5 years.
Really?
Yeah, it's been that long.
Now, do you just got out of it for?
Oh, prior to me taking on the Cerakote stuff, the Cerakote was more so that I would get into like a firearms related business, because that was a dream of mine, I guess you could say, something that I was passionate about. But before that, I was stuck in factory work, so I had no life, like working 12, 16 hours a day, 6-7 days a week. So there was no time for anything.
I feel that. That's where I'm at now, but I still find time. I'll quit if I have to. That's where I'm at. I love this stuff. What Chris and I do, I love this. If it ever comes to a point I can't do it, now I don't have to do it all the time, but comes to a point I can at least once every couple of weeks make time to do it, I'm out. I'll figure something out in life. But people really, there's some good people left in the world, and remember that, because a lot of us forget that, but there are some good people left in the world.
I've got one of them over here being weird, peeking at me through the door there. My wife.
Well, it sounds like she supports you.
Yes, and that is one thing I am extremely thankful for, because I thought it was a shot in the dark. I was afraid to throw the idea at her, me starting the social media stuff, and she's like, "Yeah, go ahead." So she's like, as long as it doesn't completely consume your life, I'm all right with it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it'll get to that point.
Well, if it gets to that point, hopefully by then you got some sponsors and you're making some money.
Yeah. I'm sure then she'd be all right with it.
Yeah, I was just saying, at least at that point, she's going to be okay.
Yeah.
But thank God that you have a good wife. We're definitely. Chris has a good wife. I have a good wife. She inflates, and I take her down daily. I'm not married. I went through a bad divorce, and I have all my kids. So I'm grateful to God for that every day. And you know what? You'll enjoy this. You have kids, right? So
Yeah.
my kids are usually what films Chris and I.
I just let my son film it for the first time on Friday. I don't know if you saw the video I posted of his little sign of disappointment when his fishing line snapped and it got sucked into his reel. I'm like, there's nothing I can do about this. You'll just have to sit and
I
enjoy
did
the
see that.
scenery. Like threw his hat down, all upset. I'm like, oh, you can film for a little while. So he walked around and followed me around with the camera.
You know, they like it. It's weird. Like I thought my kids would be like, oh, it's a chore. But really, depending what it is, they like it.
Yeah. Oh my!
He sits in the tree stand with me, Steve, honestly, and he's like out the window, man. Like he's more into it than I am. You know what I mean?
My stepdaughter is obsessed with my TikTok channel now. Every time she goes to her dad's mom's house, her other grandmother, whenever she's babysitting her, she makes sure that she gets on TikTok so she can watch all my videos and see if I uploaded any new ones.
Well, I think that's awesome. One thing I learned with this TikTok is it can be very, very, very useful, but it can also be pretty crappy too. I've had a bad experience with my kids here with this TikTok, so I'm a little sketchy with TikTok when it comes to certain things. But I mean, it's a phenomenal thing. We use it. I mean, we use it all the time.
None of our kids, we don't actually let any of them have TikTok on any of their devices. For the same reason. There's a little, I don't know if you ever heard the trend about the no square.
Yep.
But both our oldest children had TikTok on their tablets. It was shortly after TikTok kind of started taking off. But we were sitting there and started hearing something sing about a no square. It's like, what? No, time to delete that.
Dude, I get it. I mean, I get it, and that's what I'm saying. Like, I love it. I think it's great. Like I said, we run live. I have you running live here the whole time, but I'm also very cautious. So, my kids, I didn't care they had TikTok. I was okay with TikTok as long as they use their brains.
Yeah.
Then you realize sometimes it ain't just their brain you have to worry about.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I mean, my stepdaughter is 9. My oldest son is 6, and then my other 2 are 4 and 2. So I'm all right with them not having TikTok at all. They're good with YouTube kids.
And mine are getting older. That's the problem. As they get older, they get very opinionated.
Yeah.
And as Major Payne would say, attitudinal.
Yeah. My stepdaughter, the 9-year-old, she's already becoming a handful.
You're okay. Well, somebody see you walk by, you're fine. Yeah, I got it. I mean, I'm telling you, I got it. So you're a big fisherman. I got a little story for you. So I'm going to tell you of an upcoming video coming on. We had a little bit of a meeting on it, Chris, Dave, and I. I think you're going to enjoy this. So I was going to wait to the end, but I'm a little excited about it. I think we're just going to run with it. So last week we had a special guest, Mike Ronco, on, and we took him flathead fishing. So if you haven't watched our flathead video, by the way, you got to go watch it because we caught monsters. At the end, you'll understand. All I can say is watch it to the end.
Is that the video he was talking about in the comments there?
Yep. I mean, that thing is 9 days is almost at 600. It's just flying. But so we had Mike on to tell us about his flathead experience because he's a big channel cat fisherman. And, well, definitely he agrees that, them channel cats are nothing now. But his little girl was on. And I didn't know this, but his little girl is actually in a wheelchair. And she said she wanted to go flathead fishing. She loves to fish, and she really wanted to go. So Chris, Dave, and I have now set up this Saturday. We are going with a bunch of kayaks, and we talked to Mike, and we're going to load her in a kayak safely. We're going to do it all safely. And we're going to get her down. We're going to get her a flathead on Saturday. So I am ecstatic about it. I love doing things to help kids out, especially. I want to make sure I use the right words because I don't ever want to come off. But kids that less fortunate. If she's in a wheelchair, that's less fortunate to me.
Yeah, I get you.
And we're super excited to go help them. So that's going to be a big video for us.
I'm sure it's gonna blow her mind.
Yeah, we're excited. I mean, we are super excited. Thanks, Pops. I appreciate that.
I was like, I had this the one bike I coded. I had a kid reach out to me. Yes, Saturday morning, asking me what the lowest I would take for it is, and like I didn't know it was a kid at first, but I'm like, I mean, there's a lot of labor and cost of materials into that. Like, I don't want to go much lower than this price. And he's like, he read it and didn't respond. So then I waited a day, waited for a response, didn't get anything. So I'm like, what are you willing to pay for it? And then like our conversation from there stemmed to one of his bikes that he was wanting to get done, and like some of the words he was using and the way his sentences were structured, like I started feeling like I was talking to a younger kid, like maybe a young teenager, but definitely not old enough to be making his own decisions with money, especially when it comes to that amount of money for like a Serico job that big. But he ended up telling me about how his mom was out of work and his grandfather was in the hospital, and he only had the money that he'd been saving up from doing odd jobs and stuff. I'm like, you know what? Just bring your bike in tomorrow. I'll do it for the like what he originally asked me to do it for. Like, I'll do it, no extra cost. You can bring in the extra parts. I'll do it the same splatter design that you wanted. That way you can have your splatter design, even though you don't have the money that you trying to figure out how to work. What he wanted was going to be super expensive, and he only had a set amount of money that he to work with. So instead, when I finally realized that I was talking to a kid, I'm like, you know what? Just bring it in. I'll do it. That way you can have the design you want and you can be happy with it, because I know that's all the money you've got. Like, I know he didn't have an actual job, so it was just whatever odd jobs he had been doing. He had been saving up money, so I wanted to be nice, and I didn't want to feel like I was being a jerk or mean or something. So I'm like, bring it in, I'll do it.
I don't know if you believe in God, but I believe in this, and I believe that good deed never goes unnoticed. And so you did a good deed, and it won't go unnoticed. And when it comes to kids, I believe that we're blessed more for it, because kids are always most kids are innocent. And I think that's my kid's dead. You had to share that right now. That is hilarious. But and I'm a big believer in that. So I told Chris, we went. Well, first we were at Sheets the one day, out by our place, and this little boy. I'm telling you, got to be 3 or 4. Come up to my son, who's 9 or 10, and handed him a little glow bracelet. Just one of them little glow bracelets. They don't mean anything. They're could buy 10 for $1.
Yeah.
And he said, "Hey, buddy, do you want this?" And I was like, I was in awe, because that kid was just trying to be nice. He didn't know who my kid was. He didn't know anything. I said, "Buddy, you need to go out to the van." He said, "Why?" I said, "Go get that boy a hat. He earned it." So we sent that boy home in a big, sexy outdoors beanie, and his mom and dad were tickled pink. I said, I'll take the cost. I said, I'll take the cost card. I don't care. That's awesome. So, I didn't care if I lost $15 on a hat.
Yeah.
It was what the kid did. It was the effort the kid made to be better. And even at that age. I supported the heck out of that. And last night we went to Walmart, and our Walmart has a gas station. Now, some of them don't. And I went in there, and I was telling Chris this before you get on. And this lady was in there, and she was half crying, real young girl, maybe in 19, 20, 21. And she said, "Oh, I lost my card. I just need enough gas to get home. And the girl's in there half crying. And I said to the lady at the register, what's she need? She said she wants $20 in gas, but I can't just give her $20 in gas. I said, yeah, you can. Put it on the pump. I'll be right back. I threw the lady $20 and I ran out to the pump. And the girl was, she's out in her car sitting there trying to figure out what to do. And I knocked on her window. I said, ma'am. She said, yes, sir. I said, you can fill that $20 in your tank now. And man, she all but cried. And she said, how do I repay you, sir? I said, it's easy. I said, I don't want no money. This is my blessing to you. Jump on Big Sexy Outdoors. If you could just hit the subscribe button and let people know that we're good people. That's all I ask. And she literally, Chris, commented. I mean, within, my God, I don't even think she got home. And it went off. You guys got to subscribe to these guys. They just bought my gas, And I said to Chris, that's awesome. That's what it's about. It's, I don't ever do something to look for something in return, ever. If you see me do something good, like I normally, if I can afford it, I raise 3 kids alone. So I can't always afford it. But if I can afford it, I usually buy people's groceries. I'll go in a store one day and just be like, hey, I got that. Man, you wouldn't believe the smile on people's faces.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I think that's one of the reasons we got guys like Dave and Ren and Bill and Skip who want to join Big Sexy Outdoors because they see we're doing good things. And that we're not just about ourselves. And I think, like I said, I believe you get blessed. I'm a big believer in you get blessed for doing great things.
Yeah.
I mean, we got this board game coming out. Honestly, Steven, you got to buy the board game when it comes out. It's a family board game. I think you'll enjoy it. It's to me, that's a blessing. What are the chances Chris and I have one conversation one day that says, what, a year and a half ago, Chris? Literally a year and a half ago.
Somewhere around there, yeah.
He was showing me his board games. I said, man, I'll tell you what. You ever think of making a hunting board game? No, I don't know. One day he calls me, and here we are. I mean, that's a blessing. And I guess my parents are both pastors. Maybe that's, for me, maybe that's a bonus in it. I'm kind of brought up that way, but I assure you I was the rebeller in the family. So it really wasn't really that way. But it sounds like you got a great wife, you got some good kids, and that's really what matters. What else matters in life?
Yeah. As long as I got them, I'm good to go.
And that's it. You got anything you want to share with our viewers? Anything you want to put out there that can help make we can help you out with? You got any good contests coming up? Any prizes? Any?
Just over the course of the next 4 weeks, I've got the Z-Man giveaway, Euro tackle little finesse crawls.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to watch. I want that.
Little 3.3-inch white pearl shed saucy swimmers, and then as soon as that beanie comes, that'll be going out too.
Well, we appreciate that. We appreciate you putting it out there for us. Do you ever use them? So I ordered in these loaches. I forgot what the heck they were called. Something loaches. They have a big hole in the head, and you run the string through the hole, and then it comes up and you tie it in. You ever see them? So when you move, they actually move like this. The whole time they're moving. Check them out. I think I found them on Amazon. Check out loaches.
What was it?
Just write loaches on Amazon. LOACHES. And you should be able to find it. I forgot what they're called. Some kind of loach, but you'll see it. And they're pretty neat. They come multicolored. I tell you, I used one. I thought it was great. Now, I used a pretty heavy pound test just to test it. So it kept catching a little bit in the head because I think the test was so heavy.
Yeah.
But I went down to 10 pound now. I had 15, and I haven't tried it since. I'll bet you it makes a monster difference. But it's something to check into. You do a lot of bass fishing. I really think they're neat. I mean, they're cool to watch in the water.
There is one stupid thing I plan on doing. I was gonna release a video and it was gonna be like 10,000 likes, and I'll lip the next walleye I catch. like lip it like a bass.
There's no problem with that. That's funny.
Yeah, I don't know how my phone's gonna like it, but
Chris
I've been
will
debating
lick
on
that
putting it out.
walleye for no likes.
Huh?
Chris will do that for no likes.
My buddy that I was out in the river with, he asked me, he's like, why don't you just lip it? I'm like, I'm not putting my finger in there. I'm like, it's got teeth. He's like, what do you mean it's got teeth? And I like lifted it up out of the water. He's like, oh, it's got teeth. I'm like, yeah, there's some sharp teeth in there.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, them flathead catfish, they got like little, what do you want to call it? Like pins.
Yeah.
They're not sharp. They're not beating the tar out of you. But when they clamp you, you can feel it.
It's like a really coarse sandpaper.
Yeah, there you go. That would be a good way to explain it. Yeah.
I don't know why, but when I was younger, I always used to just grab them, top of my hand into their mouth, and just wrap my thumb around the bottom lip, and that's how I pick them up. So I was always getting scratched up on top of my hands.
Well, that's how they do it noodling. I've never noodled, but that's what they do. I mean, they just reach right in. I like picking them by the gills. The only thing is sometimes when you get these big 45-pound catfish, you got to worry about hurting their gills.
Yeah.
You know, and that's the issue with that. If we're going to release them, the last thing I want to do is hurt them. But yeah, I'm excited to see a lick of walleye. I'm not going to lie. I'll give you an extra like.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think, Chris?
Oh yeah, we'd share it.
Yeah.
Oh, I'd share the heck out of that. That'd be cool. And listen, anything you get you want to share, send it to us. If it's we'll stick it up. We're share it to our page. Share. We're always about, like I said, you help each other. That's what we do. So you want to share it to our page. Jump on Big Sexy Outdoors and share away.
I was gonna say I do have a question about YouTube because you guys are obviously bigger into the whole YouTube thing than I am. I kind of stepped back from it a little bit when I couldn't figure out the whole algorithm thing, I guess you could say. But as far as like hashtags go, or like the tag section when you go into the edit video, I don't understand that part because no matter what I do, it doesn't seem like anything actually helps it.
Well, that's you, Chris. That's all you. You got that better than anybody.
Yeah, there are a lot of trending keywords that you could throw in that almost brand name like that you would have to use as far as the hashtag stuff goes, and keep those near the top because it honestly reads about the first 5 or 6 of them and then it ignores the rest. So anything you want to be most prominent is what you would keep up, and you have to keep doing it consistently. And it's I mean, if you want to do it daily, or like this show here is every Monday, but we keep doing it every Monday at 9, so that you build that. Consistency is really the only word for it, and that's just a big thing. And like again, as Pops will tell you, they love to talk about their titles for these things. So make them descriptive of what you're doing.
So first thing, get on a schedule, stay on the schedule.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Second thing, keywords that I want to be noticed, make sure they're at the top.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So I don't want to chime in because I suck at YouTube. Chris is awesome on it. But the flathead video I just loaded, right?
Yeah.
So when we had our meeting, and one of the things the guy said is use more for them to find. Now, what I did is I went into, I believe I put like Susquehanna River monsters. Then I went into flatheads, rod, reels, and I put a ton of keywords in the title. And that seemed to help. That video is taking off. Like I said, you've seen in 9 days. We're at what, Chris? 572 or 582?
571. Yeah.
So, it's taken off. I mean, in 9 days for it to have that many views, that's a big deal for us. That's one of our bigger videos. We have some up there pretty good, but that's quickness. That's one of our better videos.
Yeah. But like I said, it has the keywords in here that somebody would search for. Surprised you don't have tags in here, because you can put.
Yeah, I should. Listen, I should, and I think I'm going to start doing that more often. Just a couple tags to draw some attention. Mm-hmm. But just this alone, this title, this Pennsylvania fishing for monsters in the Susquehanna River, and adding rod, reels, and bait was a big deal. I mean, I said, you can already tell they're, I'll tell you what, man, our subscribers, we went up, 20 subscribers in 2 weeks.
Something like that, yeah.
So
Plus,
that's
again,
a big deal.
the picture didn't hurt either.
And that's a key, a big picture. I don't put a thumbnail in enough of photos, and I really should.
That's why
You get a good thumbnail picture. You got a good thumbnail picture, ain't Chris? That's a big deal.
Yeah, I'm just gonna put in constant boobs. That's all I'm gonna do from now on.
That's actually a pretty good idea.
Doesn't matter what it's talking about. Just boobs.
But if you put up your boobs, that could go bad. I mean, maybe not. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know.
Hey, look, you know what I'm saying.
Some guys might like hairy boobs.
It could work. It could work.
I don't want to make it sound like they won't, because they might.
Hey, call them a bear. That's all you got to say.
But we are just about at our hour mark.
It's crazy.
It's amazing how time flies when we're having fun.
Yeah.
And so, Stephen, before you go, 2 things. One, is there anything else you want to tell the viewers?
No, I'm good.
And 2, you have to pick next week's cover photo title.
When you told me I'd be picking it earlier, I thought of one video that I did, and it's gonna be Sunset Vibes.
Sunset Vibes. Okay, now I'm gonna tell you something. You probably couldn't have picked a better one, because the last time we picked anything with sunset, they blew us up. Hey, Chris. Oh my God, we had that many sunset photos. We didn't know what to do with them all.
Yeah.
So I'm in. I love when people get involved. So you have picked Sunset Vibes. I'm going to write it down here, because what I'll do is when I get off here, I'll schedule it to post and start tomorrow morning. That's a nice part about Facebook. You can actually put it on the posting. So guys, thank you, Stephen, for coming on. We appreciate having you. Keep in touch with us. We'll get together more. We'll try to keep going. And we'll help you any way we can, as long as we can.
It was nice meeting both of you, and I appreciate the invitation. Like I said, I had only done one actual face-to-face live prior to this, so it was a little awkward at first, but
That's right.
something to get used to.
Yeah, the way we do it, we bring you in and conversate. It's a lot better. Yeah. You're not as nervous. We're not putting you on the spot. We're not.
There's no script.
There's no script. Like every guy we've ever had on here. I mean, MOA, Mariana Outdoors. They're pretty big. Possum Creek Flies. I tell them all up front, I'm going to invite you in about 10 minutes beforehand. Get on when you want. We're going live at 9. We're not going to talk about hardly anything. I'll introduce you to Chris. We'll move on. And after that, we're just going to go with it. And it is what it is. Because the last thing I want to do is ruin the surprise for the people as it is for us.
Mm.
If I ask you too many questions before we get on, Chris and I can't ask you any questions once we're going.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that would make it difficult to really interact with anyone.
So we hope, I know I can speak for Chris in this, we hope you enjoyed yourself tonight.
I did. This was fun.
And we really hope that, we got to give you some pointers and tips to help you out.
I'm definitely going to try out those 2 tips for the YouTube, see if it helps me out at all. Maybe I can get a little more than 4 views.
Every little bit helps, right?
Hey, if you go to 6 views, it grew. Remember that.
Yeah.
I mean, that's I'm big on that. Like any growth is growth.
Yep.
But I super enjoy having you. I'm really glad you came on. And like I said, you talked about your wife and kids, and it's big for me. I know Chris and we're big family men, so that's huge for us. We appreciate you sharing a little bit there. And we're going to close the show out here, but man, we really appreciate having you. And thank you, and have yourself a great night.
Thank you, guys. I'll talk to you later.
See you, Steve.
See you.